Hi, it's Moriam again, and I wanted to make another quick bonus video about the law of attraction and how to get it to work. This time I want to focus on the word responsibility and life responsibility. One of the things that a lot of publishers and authors and writers, etc., focus on is feelings and thoughts and being able to visualize the life that you want. And I completely agree, those are really important aspects. But there's one thing that I don't think that they focus on enough, and I think it's really important to touch on, which is why I wanted to make this video today, is about the aspect of responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. It's not anybody else's responsibility. You will not be saved. You don't need to be saved because you can save yourself. Now, the way we take responsibility is by acknowledging the great things that we've done in our lives for ourselves. And acknowledging those things doesn't mean you'll have a big ego. It means that you are right to compliment yourself on the achievements that you've made. End of story. Other people don't have to like it, that you compliment yourself that much. It's not about them. They have to mind their own business, but so do you. The other side of responsibility is acknowledging the things that you've done which have not been so great. And the idea is not to acknowledge them in the sense that you end up feeling guilty or feel bad, because guilt has no purpose. We have this tendency to believe that if somebody feels guilty about what they've done to us or to somebody else or to something else, then they must automatically realise that that was a bad thing. And the truth is that guilt has no purpose, it has no function, unless it's attached to a new action. But you can make changes to the things that you've done which you've regretted without the guilt. You can acknowledge that it didn't go right, you can apologise for it, and then the next best step would be to make other steps to correct it in whichever way. And you can't correct things in the past because they've already happened, but you can make a difference by setting a different tone, by doing something different the next time and not repeating the same actions that perhaps cause other people pain. But in my opinion, guilt has got nothing to do with this. So let's separate guilt from taking responsibility and just focus on taking responsibility as itself. In order to be able to create the life that you want means looking at the good and the bad. And the good side you can give yourself a compliment on, and the bad side you just need to see it as a way of correction. You cannot change your life, and you cannot use the law of attraction to help you unless you have both of those things. And they're contrasts, good and bad, black and white, whatever, round and square, whatever you want to call it. They're contrast things, but they live very closely together. They're opposite sides of the spectrum. So, if you want to be able to create the life that you really want, then it means that you must be very honest with yourself. And that is actually what responsibility is about. Just being honest. Just saying it like it is. Just being able to look at the stuff that you've done and say, okay, that was great, and be able to say, okay, that wasn't so great, so I can change it. And what happens is the universe understands also that process of growth and that process of development that you've been through in acknowledging the good and the bad, and it rewards you also for that acknowledgement. And then what happens is that you end up creating the life that you actually want, because it's based on honesty and integrity to yourself, not anybody else. Everybody else can mind their own business. They need to get on with their own lives, just like you need to get on with your own life. But in order to do that, be honest with yourself, look at the good and the bad, or rather the pros and the cons, and work with that so that you can go further. And then the law of attraction will help you and assist you in attaining the life that you desire. It's that simple. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.